What the? What? I told you guys that I'd be back on Wednesday. You can't get enough of me? For heaven's sake. Can I have a life? Hey, everybody. Hey, friends. This is my second mini blog today. You'll find out more about the new things that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Tomorrow night at 9:30. New time. So, earlier I was talking about my Lyft driver and, what's been going on and stuff. And I had been at Walmart that earlier today, and they printed a bunch of photos of me that, honestly, they printed way too many. They made a mistake. The girl messed up and printed way too many photos. Now, I love having photographs of me, but this is too much. I mean, way. I mean, photos of me everywhere. So, and as God is my witness, this is the truth. If any of you guys want a picture of me, an ad, hit me up and let me know. I have tons, and I'm going to show you some now. Pick out the ones you want. Like I said, I've got tons and tons and tons. And then we're going to get on to something a little more private, only for my friends, my unfiltered friends. So, if you want something of me, if you want a picture of me, if you want me to sign it, just let me know. There's no charge. All I ask is help me pay the postage. PayPal me $1.50, $1, just to help me pay the postage. I would love for you to, go and promote Hill Jane Unfiltered, and not just Hill Jane Unfiltered, but other parts too. This is an ad for my webcamming show, my naughty show, my bread and butter, my job. I've got a lot of these. Tonight at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard, visit me as I become the Countess Hilljane. Camforward.com/Hilljane. So if you want one of these, let me know. I love this one. And I've got lots of these. This is one of my favorite ones. And I've got like a 12 by 20 something of it or something. One of the ads. I came up with this myself. I did some of the graphics myself too. When being a bitch is all a woman has to hold on to, Hill Jane Unfiltered. If you want it, let me know. This one's the Je ne sais quoi. It's really, I love this one. I pretty much came up with most of this myself. I think it speaks for itself. So what it is right around my head are the things that people say about me. Uh-oh, bitch. What's she up to? Is that so tacky? Just things they say about me. Hill Jane Unfiltered. Love it, love it. Well, this one is very special to my heart, obviously. This is me and my former manager, Ricky Metz, our expose we did on Steak and Shake last week, Steak and Shake Kannapolis. Ricky, I'm sending you one. I like that episode because it was informative, and although it was about me, I'd like to do more stuff like this. Did you guys like it? If you liked it, let me know, because I'd like to do more. I'm not going to say investigative journalism because I experienced what it was like there, but just the topic, I really liked it. Now, we're getting into... Now, these are from my club days. I don't necessarily know... Ooh, look at this. I don't necessarily know that you guys would be interested in this kind of thing. These photos are me when I was in my 20s. That's a real Chanel I'm wearing, by the way. And that's my... Look at that hair. Look at that beautiful head of hair. This was a publicity photo. Not a publicity photo, excuse me. A professional photo shoot from a shoot I did with a Vanity Fair photographer who was doing a story about Atlanta performers, and I was on it. Well, I have a type. A guy I dated who I was crazy about. This is not a professional photo. I definitely have a type. I was hitting the buffet table a little bit, well, huh? He's a baby doll. So, need I say more? This is my professional, same photo shoot from the Vanity Fair guy, but this was my professional publicity photo. Can you say Julia Roberts? And if you look behind me, that's it right back there. Another one from that photo shoot. This one is from Backstreet. Have you guys ever heard of Backstreet? Damn, can you say lips? A friend took this. It's avant-garde, but I was so cute and young. I'm basically laying down with on the bed with daisies in my hair. I was told I looked like Angelica Houston in this picture. I loved this picture up until then. Not a great compliment. Great actress, but not the greatest beauty. What can I say? Just a stroll on the balcony. I love this photo. I love that one. Same night. This is a friend of mine, Kelly, from around that time. I just love how I look in this one. Atlanta. See how happy I was in the ATL? Now, this particular photo, me and the girls. Let me just show you. This is the night before New Year's Eve, 1999, going into the 21st century. That's Julie, the blonde at the end, me, my very best friend and sister, Marissa, and Miss Amanda Black. Julie, Hillary, Marissa, and Amanda. A Friday night, 1999, the eve of New Year's Eve. Looking at this photo brings back a lot of memories, because Julie, this one here, she's no longer with us. And we were good friends. She was crazy, but so were Marissa and me. And this just brings back just a ton of memories, and how happy we all were at that time, and how life was young and new. And I was probably, I don't know, 24, 25. Life was young and new, and wow. I miss Julie a lot. She occasionally did silicone work. You sleep good, Angel. This one right here, the brunette. That is Miss Amanda Black, and she was the very first transsexual I met, knowing what a transsexual was. She was the very first transsexual I met in Atlanta. I was a boy with a wig and a little bit of foundation and had a whole lot of attitude, and this beautiful woman thought that I was a tranny. And she was wonderful. She was beautiful. I couldn't take my eyes off of her. And at the time, there was a small resemblance, and people would sometimes say, you know, something about that. And I took it as the utmost compliment. She and I became friends too, and occasionally, we still talk occasionally. I haven't talked to her recently, but I hope she's doing well. Her life has been going really, really great, and I'm so proud of her, and she's still so beautiful. And when I did that online interview or week before last, I talked about some of the trannies that were inspirations to me. Amanda Black, and this lady right here. To me, as far as performers go and as far as trans women goes, this was probably, honestly, next to Tula, probably my biggest, I'm not going to say muse, but probably my biggest, one of my biggest inspirations. I really can't put it into words, what this woman meant to me. This is Heather Daniels, and she was like a beautiful Barbie doll at Backstreet. She was a performer, and she didn't even have to dance or anything. All she had to come out and do is show her body, and she made rent. Beautiful, beautiful woman. She was not very, but she was shorter than me. So she was something that I wasn't. But I could do the sex kitten thing, but I could also be funny. And so I became kind of a sex symbol / comedian. And Heather didn't speak much at that time. She was just beautiful, and all she had to do was come out and just stand there, and she made all the money. What I'm saying is, I looked up to her, and I talked about her on that telecast that I did a couple weeks ago. She is beautiful, and she's still doing it to this day. Look on YouTube for Heather Daniels. She's mesmerizing. I got to party with her a few times, and that meant a lot to me. Let's see, what else have I got? As you guys know, come Sunday, February 11th, I will be interviewing Miss Rutanya Alda. Who is that, you say? Well, how dare you? It's a good friend of mine, a wonderful, renowned Hollywood actress. Carol Ann from Mommy Dearest will be my guest. Fuck you, Faye. Carol Ann from Mommy Dearest is my guest. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to talk to Rutanya and just, get the dirt. She's got a book out, The Mommy Dearest Diaries. Check it out, you guys. It's the new Bible. This was one of the pictures I had printed. I love it. And I made extra copies should anybody want one. I didn't make these, but they gave them to me. Should anybody want one? That came out great, by the way. These came out great. Need I say more? Who is this beautiful, incredible? That's Miss Jane Mansfield. Oh. Even now when I look at this was from Single Room Furnished, which was officially her last starring movie. Never completely completed. It was never going to be completed anyway. But even looking at this now, I get that feeling in me because I was so excited to see the movie back when I was a teenager or whatever. And even now looking at it, I'm just, this is more towards the end of her life. And she's still beautiful. Look at her. She's so beautiful. And she's unhappy. And it comes across in the movie. The character is unhappy. But you can see, look at her. She's trying to still be beautiful and be Jane Mansfield. But something's gone. Something's gone. I just love her. I love the movie Carrie. No, this isn't a photo of what you think it is. Many times people have, I for some reason I'll say, what 70s horror movie, which character are you? And people will say, the bitch from Carrie. I was the Nancy Allen. Chris. I'm not Nancy Allen. I'm not Chris. Maybe Annie from Halloween. But definitely Sue from Carrie. I just love Amy Irving as Sue because I think that's the character that I would be. If somebody's being bullied, I'm not going to befriend them, but I'm not going to be mean to them at the same time. And I probably would try to help them. Yeah, I probably would befriend them. I would not let her date my boyfriend, though. Let her take my boyfriend to the prom. No, that wouldn't happen. No, no, no. Sue Snell from Carrie, a character I love, and so I had this picture taken. It's one of my favorite parts of the movie. It's right before the big scene, and I just love how Amy Irving's looking, and she's a really good actress. I wish we had more stuff with Amy Irving today. I love that. I love this picture, so I had to get it printed. I mean, I don't even have to comment on this. One of my muses. What's there to say? Nellie Olson, the lovely and talented Allison Arngrim. She's got a great book. I love Nellie. I love Nellie. I love the bitches. Okay, I don't know which one to show first, you guys. Okay, let me do this one. Helen Lawson. Susan Hayward from Valley of the Dolls. I love this. Another favorite. These are such good. These came out so good. I'm debating on which one to show you guys first of these. God. So, before the internet, well, how did we find out the news? We watched the news or we read the newspaper, and one of the highlights of 1994 was Tonya and Nancy. And this is the real deal. This isn't Margot. This is Tonya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan. And I was mesmerized. There's a lot that I should do. Me and my very best friend, Thomas, were talking about doing something like I'm going to see I, Tonya. And, I'm thinking maybe I should do a whole show devoted to that Tonya Harding and this scandal. You guys, I was there. It was huge. I mean, I wasn't there, but I witnessed it. It was humongous every day. And before all this, I was a Tonya Harding fan. I still am. I loved Tonya Harding because she skated like a boy. She skated like a guy. If you run across YouTube videos of her, and they're all over, watch how she skates. She digs her blade into the ice. It's thrilling. It's thrilling athleticism. I mean, she's an athlete. Graceful? No. She's not ungraceful. But you can tell the athleticism is easier for her than the grace. It's just something she worked at. She wasn't naturally graceful, as Nancy was. Tonya was an athlete. Nancy was more of a ballerina type. I mean, look at how they're sitting. Look at how they're sitting. I mean, I think that says a lot of it. I love Tonya Harding because I love a bitch who can hold her head up high during controversy. I've done it. Martha Stewart did it. Scandal queens. I mean, when you hold your head up high, you're just rising above it. I don't know. I wasn't there. Probably. My thing is, she probably said it thinking he wouldn't do anything. That it would never happen. And then when it did, she was like, oh shit. But I was there all through this. And like I said, I was a Tonya fan before this. When she first did the triple axel in 1991 at the Nationals, wearing that crest toothpaste colored suit. She just mesmerized me. I love her. I love you, Tonya Harding. If you should ever run across this, I love you, Tonya Harding. To me, you held your head up high. It's none of my business what happened, but you go, girl. Harding. I mean, there's no comment on this. This is my favorite movie of all time. My second favorite movie is Mommy Dearest. My first favorite is... This is Elizabeth Berkley and Kyle MacLachlan. Showgirls. The best movie ever made. And I don't want to hear it. That's final. So now... Oh, I also have these. Oh, yeah. So this is my high school reunion. Where I got most changed. And I really did. I got most changed. Me and my date. One of the loves of my life. The great love of my life. Anthony Urban. Amir. I love these photos of me because it looks like a mugshot. And this is my favorite color, which I think came out great. Ah! And I have a lot of these too, you guys. I love that. Neon green, lime green, my favorite color. So I realized that in getting to know me, you don't really know me because you've never met this woman. And I feel sorry for you because you haven't, because that's the greatest woman that ever walked the planet. That's my mother. That's Catherine Leffler Ohms. And she is my mom. And she taught me everything that I needed to know. And she is the one who instilled in me that I was just as good as anybody. And I could do anything that I wanted to. And that I was special. And that I was beautiful. And I learned from her. And I miss her every day. So yeah, I wanted you to meet her because you guys, I've been with me since the beginning. Like it's been so long, 6-7 months ago, and it got popular, then it simmered down, and some of you stayed with it, and I'm grateful to you. And for those of you that say that you look forward to it, and that you admire me, I look forward to talking to you too, and I admire you guys. You gave me, when the boyfriend was in prison, I didn't have hardly any friends. You gave me something to do. You gave me something to strive for. You gave me something to look forward to. And so that's why I like balance and I like making you guys happy. And that's why I didn't really want to co-host. Because I'm unfiltered. This is us. You and me. And you mean something to me. You do. I don't care how corny it sounds. I'm not worried. I mean, I would love it. But I'm not worried about going mainstream and being a big talk show host. Because if I've helped any of you, and apparently I have, that's what counts. But I wanted you to meet my mom, and just because you mean something to me, I'm corny. I try to come across as a big bitch, and maybe I am, but I'm also real. Interestingly, just want to point out that the photo right here, my publicity photo, that choker, here it is. Anyway, you guys have a great night. I'll be back live tomorrow night. Hill Jane Unfiltered tomorrow, Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Okay, go out and get you some. Boop.